What's up YouTube? This is JP Panther back on a video, and today's video is a Star Wars box office video. And again, again, this is something I'm gonna talk about because this is the second week of the Star Wars weekend when it comes to box office. And again, I will link the article in the description box down below so you guys can check it out. I will link the Forbes article and I will link the Box Office Mojo so you guys could check out the whole entire thing. I'm just going to read the Forbes thing and I'm going to give you my thoughts about it and stuff like that. So it says on Forbes, right? Box office Rise of Skywalker falls 59% to join the $100 million Losers Club. Walt Disney Lucasfilm, The Rise of Skywalker has earned $361 million domestically and $724.8 million worldwide in just under 2 weeks of the global theatrical run. And also it says that where is it? The Rise of Skywalker also earned $72 million domestically. That's a 59% drop. That's a slightly under the 10-take come of The Last Jedi, the Star Wars sequel, and famously tumbled 67% in the second week of The Last Jedi. Just trying to read the most important stuff. And they talk about how like they're comparing it to Endgame and stuff like that. I'm trying to see what else is there. Because if you guys don't know, this thing's really long and there's really no point in this. And also Rise of Skywalker, it also made right now it's $363 million internationally and stuff like that. And just trying to see the exact. This is pretty. It only lost only $105 million. Yes, for best or worst. Our episode has become the latest of the $100 million Losers Club. Just trying to see. And it just keeps on talking about Harry Potter. Yeah, whatever. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. And it just keeps on going on and on. And also it says the film also earned $94 million overseas, and its total is $363 million foreign, and more than 50% drop of $724 million global tom. And again, it just keeps on going on and on and on. Again, you guys can check out the whole thing if you guys want to really read the article and dive deep into it. I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts on it, right? Because there's other box office things, whatever, but we're just going to stick with Star Wars. Honestly, if people are saying it's kind of a disappointment, stuff like that, again, it depends how you view it, right? If you're viewing it, this is kind of hard to explain, but like, if this was any other regular, like, small indie film, they would kill to have this type of number. The problem is that it's Star Wars, and it's the last of the Skywalker saga. It's 42 years of build-up. This should honestly make Endgame type numbers. And they're just now comparing it to, it might catch up or behind The Last Jedi. No, it should be slaughtering every single movie in the box office right now. Like right now it's destroying at the box office, but it should do a lot more than it's doing right now. It should do Endgame type numbers. It should easily make 2.8 billion, 2.7 billion like Avatar and Avengers Endgame. It should make Titanic, or it's not even making Force Awakens numbers. So the problem is that even though it's making $1 billion, it'll make money, it'll be profitable, but if it's not gonna make more than The Last Jedi. And again, we got to see how the weekends happen and stuff like that, because again, we still got New Year's. People are still out of school, out of work. Also, I think kids go back on Thursday and Friday, but you also got to realize that you also have a Saturday, Sunday as well. So we will start seeing more of what would happen during the third week, because the third week I think is the most important one, because the second week is still good, but again, people are still off and stuff like that, so the numbers will fluctuate here or there. But to me, it's like, I do see it from both sides. If you're looking at it from Disney's and Lucasfilm point of view, it's really disappointing if you really look at it. Yeah, this movie technically underperformed. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it should do a lot higher than it is now. If this is the third of the Skywalker trilogy, and even all the other Star Wars movies, I think Return of the Jedi made more money than Empire Strikes Back. Revenge of the Sith made more money than Attack of the Clones. It should make more money than the second movie before. You know what I mean? I'm just talking as a trilogy, you feel me? And if it doesn't, it will be the first Star Wars movie, the last Star Wars movie ever to make less than the second one. And it does show you that there is some type of problem, you feel me? Like, it will still make money and stuff like that, but if it's not doing what is not making more than The Last Jedi or not making more than Force Awakens, then I think that is more of a disappointment, because if you're spending like if you're spending like $400 million, including reshoots and stuff like that on a movie budget, then you spend like $200 million on marketing and promoting and stuff like that. So you know, like really $600 million. So you have to times that by 2. So it really needs to make like $1.2 billion to really break even. But probably from Disney's point of view, it just makes $1 billion to be like, okay, we still made profit. You feel me? If it makes $1 billion, it'll still be profitable. But even as much as the Star Wars fans, even the Phantom Menace, and you know, the conservatives, the Trump supporters, Fox News and stuff like that, all the right wing websites, whatever, you got to realize that out of all the Star Wars trilogies, this is the one that made the most money. I mean, Force Awakens made $2 billion, Last Jedi made 1.3, and Force Awakens probably make like 1.2 or 1.3, probably like 1.2 billion, 1.3 billion or something like that. It's still making money. If you look at the original trilogy, it made I think 700. The first one, New Hope, made 700 million. I think Empire made like 500 million. Return of the Jedi made 400 million. Phantom Menace, if you look at its original release, it made like 600, 700 million, but then, you know, they re-released it, so it made like $1 billion and stuff like that. Attack of Clones made like 600 million, and Revenge of the Sith made like 800 million. So you have to look at it from that point of view. And also the problem is, you know, this Star Wars is a lot more inclusive, a lot more diverse. It doesn't feel like it's 1960 and 1970. So it has more of a social political importance than it is with the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. And let's just keep it 100. But I do think it's going to make money. And the thing is, if you guys don't understand that, even if Kathleen Kennedy, this movie doesn't make more than The Last Jedi, but if it hits $1 billion, they'll be like, okay, it still made money. You know what I mean? The problem is, if it still made profit, if it still made $1 billion, you can't sit here and say it's a failure. But from Disney's point of view, it'll be like, okay, well, it technically underperformed, but it still made us over $1 billion. So we could talk and talk and talk, flex our muscles, and we could still renew Kathleen Kennedy's contract. So from a business point of view, even though Star Wars fans, even I don't like her like that, if she makes money, she makes money, and she knows how to tap into that feminist female audience a lot stronger than any other body in Hollywood or just people in general. You feel me? Besides her and like maybe like Kevin Feige and Marvel, they know how to tap into that Me Too movement, feminist, white female demographic better than anybody else on the planet so far. You know what I mean? Just about, at least not planet, maybe in America so far. You know what I mean? Just about in Hollywood and like politics and stuff like that. Like, I think Marvel and Lucasfilm, they do the best at tap into that Me Too movement demographic, and it shows you at the box office. So with Star Wars, I'm gonna kind of wrap it up. It's gonna make money whether you guys like it or not. Rise of Skywalker, I told you before, it's an ultra feminist film, but it'll still make money. If it makes money, they will still continue doing all the coonery and the buffoonery and stuff like that. But I do think they would have to tone it back. And I do feel like if it makes less than The Last Jedi, it won't be a financial failure, but it will show you, or at least show the public, that, you know, the movie, something has been wrong. You know what I mean? It shows you that there's a little something wrong with the franchise. It should do, honestly, Rise of Skywalker should do Endgame type numbers just like that. Especially when people are off of the holidays and stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion. That's really it, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys think this is a financial failure? Do you think this is a disappointment? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this movie should make Avengers Endgame type numbers? Do you think we won't see anything until the 3rd week? Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.